This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting us.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, it's Armstrong. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Armstrong. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyler Croft, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Double time, double time. Hey, we got 4. Middle. He's checking.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll have a first down past the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Coming this way, here we go. 22, check, over. 22, check, over. Hey, check Mike 50. Yo, there's a 50, check Mike 50. Here we go, D. Trump. Mike's 50. Hey, come on out here, come get some.
Throwing now is Murray. And that's complete to Croft. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space.
And the ball is knocked out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. It's caught. Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He was brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the play. First down, Kansas
Through
City.
one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Raiders 14, Chiefs 7.
Right back to him on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he cuts it out to the sideline. A big play there for KC. 49 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the Raiders 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
I'm letting you know right now, you
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check tight end, check tight. Check. Go. You got motion man. You got motion man.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quick. This as well to get him upfield.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, box truck.
Allen. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
Check motion.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Alert 3. Check. Lucky.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Tight right. Hey. 4 down.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And that's complete to Cooks. Well, all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close. To the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Begin.
They'll try the left side. It's Armstrong. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. Armstrong. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Got it. Mike 50. Mike 50. You're out. Slam. Dude.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ready. Target. 50's the mark. Bring it. Go. Motion.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Throwing on first down, Flanagan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, come on. Bravo. Mike 50. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
To throw again, Flanagan. He's got Smith here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch. Five. Get it.
From the gun, Flanagan. Open man is Anderson. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike, 50. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get it, baby.
2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Protein spill. Smoke. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, they scared.
2nd and 6. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Kansas City.
On the double. Go. X3. 218. Chopper. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got one. Showing it. Hey, orbit. Yes. Mike 50, huh? Hey, watch the slant. Five.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Set. 15 line. Get in the right room. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd and 9 now. Complete. Smith has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Go! Kill! Snap! Kill!
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, alert 3. Take 4. Go! Hit it!
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that will get them 1 closer. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Murray off play action. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught at the 10. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They come up in an offset eye. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check 24, check 24. Check 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Armstrong, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lutz with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Flanagan, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On 1st down, it's Armstrong. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On the Jets sweep, they get this to Cooks. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
49, check 49, check 49.
On 2nd down now, it's Armstrong. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Now. Hold. Hey, exit. Fight.
Throwing again. Flanagan. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Even. Look at me. Zipper. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time.
Shoot. From the gun on 3rd down. Flanagan. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Yep. Go get him. Mike 50. Hey. High second.
On 1st and 10, Flanagan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flanagan. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Flanagan. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hard.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Check. West. Team. Go. Hayward. Check three.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He shakes him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Murray going to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The Chiefs have their first down at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On third down, Flanagan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw it. Murray is going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it.